My name is Bill Morris, and I have Bill's Old Bike Barn Museum and Bill's Custom Cycles. Well, as you're looking down across the room here and you see all these beautiful bikes from the 60s and 40s and 50s, it all started back in the early 60s, and there would be an old dealer there, and he would say, I got all these old bikes down in my basement. When I retire, I'm going to restore them and I'm going to start a little museum. My Michelin window, you're going to notice I have the Michelin air compressor, big one. Got that one in Germany. Went out 28 Harley dealers. And I would never sell the signs that I would get. And then it came in handy for when I started the museum. And after Evil died, everybody thought everything that was evil was worth $1 million, so he tried to sell it. And so I bought it from him. We went to visit Applegate's. That would probably been about 63 or something. I was just a young kid then. And when I went into the Harley dealer, I saw this sign that I wrote had changed hands and the sign was gone. And had this sign over at his house along with all the obsolete inventory. So I went to buy the inventory, and when I was driving down, I went to look at the inventory, and guess what? The sign was there. So I definitely had to buy that.
I look at in comparison, it's really small.
Some guys from South Dakota bought all these ships. He had several of them. And I knew those guys, and they were from South Dakota, and they stopped to see me after they got the ships loaded. And then they came here, and they made a mistake of opening up the back of their truck. hats ever since I was a kid. When I bought these hats, they were at an auction in South Carolina. It's the only one I ever really did where I bought on the phone. When I put my paperwork in to bid on the phone. Life magazine did a centerfold article on the McGee carpets, and they did it at the Harry McGee house, showing the carpets. So through the years, it was weathered by a couple floods, and they decided to demolish the mansion. With a lot of talk, and I ended up with it. And we brought it up here, and it was a real major operation to do this. This thing is so heavy. We cut it in half to get it in. magazine, the articles of Bill's old bike barns, all the magazines. This was the only way I could think of. Camera store, and the camera store, this was all supposed to be. It was this little room right here. So then I put my cameras in, and it was looking pretty good. And then everybody that came, they all said, "Oh, I see you like cameras." You had to have a toy store, of course, and the toy thing is almost the same. People will say, "Oh, you got toys." Keep bringing the stuff. And it's making a rough job for me, I run out of room. When you're upstairs, you'll notice that we have toys all the way. The toy thing that's pretty much out of control. This little post office came out of a little town in Ludlow Falls, Ohio. When I was wanting to do a post office, I was having trouble finding one that was like all together because they tear them all apart and then they sell each box and they ruin them, you know. It's hard to find one. Avon lady. Well, every town had an Avon lady. It had to. And this was the same deal. I had some boxes of Avon. Everybody says, "Oh, you collect Avon?" "Yeah, we can use a few pieces." Well, here they come with all their boxes. And they're bringing them, and they're bringing them. So now my little house is completely full. And I'd say, "What the hell would the Avon lady do if her house was full?" She'd put it up in the attic, right? So then I went up in the attic. You see it all over the museum. But the iron came out of castles in Europe. They were dismantled castles, and they date back to the 13th or 15th century. Or a hotel. The chairs did, because we rented out for people to have parties for the Royal Hotel now. So I had that too, right? So this little mayor's office, I bought a Harley dealer out in Breda, the Netherlands. And while I was there moving the Harley dealer, the guys that was helping, you'll want it. So he took me to see it. Started out as just radios, some TVs, and then we just expanded it into a place for our bird sanctuary up on the top. So it just kept growing, and then people kept coming. Got a motorcycle. When I would have something broke on it, I would go to the Harley dealer. I would have one that the motor blew up or something, and I would buy the whole bike. And pretty soon, other guys knew I had that bike. Then they was buying parts. Need a part. He'd say, "I'll have to order this part." And I was even selling him parts.